I'm here with James and Maddie, and today marks our first episode of the series. If you enjoy the podcast, please like the video and subscribe. Well guys, this year has been very strange in terms of the COVID situation.
I agree.
But how are you guys feeling about work and online lectures?
Well, this year is obviously it's been very different. I feel like the uni have dealt with it quite well, I must say. And we had some practical work, especially in the first semester before Christmas.
Yeah.
But now it's kind of like it's slowly getting back to normal, which is good. We wish we could have used the studio more, but obviously
Yeah, I think that the uni, as much as they've done a lot to help, I think we've only been in once since Easter, and it's a little bit of a slight little bit of a letdown because we could have gone in a little bit more sort of thing. I generally think it's been a decent year. Like, it's not obviously been what we would have wanted.
I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's not been bad.
no, they could have done a lot
The
worse.
focus has been like on meeting people despite being through Zoom. Like, breakout rooms have been the best.
Yeah.
I honestly met so many people through them.
I also feel like people have slowly got, obviously at the start of the year no one was having their camera on. I know still people still don't do it, but now
Yeah.
at the end there's so many more people that do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I get a little bit of stick for leaving my camera all the time, but
Always.
yeah, I'm not too fussed about it. But then I feel bad because then there's a lecturer sitting there, not
Yeah.
seeing
I
anyone.
think it's like if we did it and no one had it, it's like talking to a brick wall.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's very difficult with the lecturers this year. Like, imagine like speaking to kids that you've never met before. Well, they're not even kids; they're adults, and you don't even know what their faces look like.
I know, it's
Yeah,
like,
just looking at names.
Yeah, exactly. I think when you're in a lecture hall, it's like you're presenting to someone, but then when you're through Zoom or whatever, you're just sitting there in front of your computer, and it's so odd.
yeah.
I
It doesn't
couldn't
feel
do it.
right.
I couldn't do it, no.
No, I'm very excited for next year to see
Yeah.
what's gonna.
But you know, when we first moved here, I didn't see any of the first week's lectures because the Wi-Fi in my room wasn't working.
Was it not?
Updated to the new iOS and it wouldn't connect to the Wi-Fi.
So you missed the first week?
Yep, so I kept trying to log on and I
have-
figured they were cancelled. I wasn't in a single lecture, I was so confused.
Oh, bless.
Imagine, like, it's been generally Wi-Fi's been good, but then like it's not built for all these students.
It's, I think,
The remote editing.
the remote editing, well that's such a difficult one though if you
Yeah.
think about it. It's not as easy. Like, I've got Premiere and that, but it's so expensive to pay for everything. Even though it's like they've got a student deal,
Yeah.
it's still quite expensive unless you use it for all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I remember doing independent projects. I can't remember if I showed you that. That was painful.
I know you told me you sat on the TV at
I
home.
was actually plugged into the TV, trying to edit on the
What?
family TV, because it just wouldn't scale properly to a laptop. Because you're like on
Yeah.
a big Mac,
Yeah.
going down to a laptop, it's like painful and it's so buggy. I mean, I've got Premiere now, but not through the most legal streams.
Yeah.
Alright.
But it's great, like being able to have it on my computer and do all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think we've lost out on that, like sitting in an edit suite, just chatting to Roger, chatting to
Yeah.
Yeah, no, definitely. I feel like
Feedback.
obviously in person, teaching visual things in person, you learn, and hands-on stuff you learn. I personally
Yeah.
learn a lot more from that. But so I think maybe this year, in that sense, the practical stuff is a little bit more difficult than it would have been.
Yeah. I think it's just having that person to like put a hand on your shoulder and be like, you're not doing that right, or
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
are doing that right.
Yeah.
Or if you've got a question, you're more likely to ask it because it's so awkward.
And I feel like even like all the lecturers, even they prefer hands-on kind of getting to do practical stuff.
Yeah.
So I feel it'll be easier for them to explain it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
feel like-
yeah.
It's just been so odd. Like, it's so hard to turn around and be like, yeah, it's been fantastic, but
I feel like they've done the most of what in the situation. I don't think.
yeah.
But like if you look at it, even going back to like start COVID, it's kind of. I made some friendships that I wouldn't have made if it wasn't for
Yeah.
COVID.
Yeah.
But that's I'm trying to think of it in a positive way.
I mean, I think we've all been through it, haven't we? Having to isolate and quarantine. Like, that's been part of almost the university journey this year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
For everyone.
Who's in lockdown this week? It was always
Oh,
one of the
yeah.
flats. Was
Oh,
in
I remember
lockdown,
that. Yeah,
quarantine.
exactly.
Each week by week, you just hear like more and more stories.
But I mean, it's not been like I've enjoyed my time. Like from the start of the year, they kept coming. I never had that background of like practical learning. Obviously, like
Exactly, yeah.
I took photos and stuff like that, but I never actually went out of my way to do like filming. And then coming into university and being like, wow, this is like a huge step
Oh,
up.
like-
Yeah, giant.
But it's enjoyable. Like it's so much fun. Like when you get into it, it's just so much fun.
Especially on campus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely, 100%. No, it's the new building though, especially that they got. Oh, brilliant! I can't wait to do like when they did the
It's gorgeous.
they covered was it the UK election? And
Yeah,
they
yeah,
covered,
All
yeah.
that
Yeah.
for-
They're meant to be doing that. I think they're meant to be doing that for something. I can't quite remember. But it's just logistical. It's like the government say one thing, then the university say something different, and it's like,
You're just looking at emails all day trying to figure out what's going on.
yeah. I mean, I'm happy we've only got a couple weeks left. I mean, it's.
It's 3 weeks until we're finished.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you doing in the negotiated project on?
So we've like a murder mystery crime.
What's it
thingy.
called?
Ooh.
It's called Nightfall.
Yeah, can you give us your tagline?
I can't remember off the top of my
He's got
head.
a picture,
I've
yeah.
got a picture, yeah.
Yeah.
No, so like this person ends up murdered basically. It's like a homage to like film noir, like Agatha Christie sort of
Oh,
stuff.
that's
Same vibe for us.
Is it? You
Yeah.
Yes,
like a.
I'm doing a psychological thriller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it like so you give perspectives of each person sort of thing? Or?
No, so we're it's about one character.
Okay.
And it all takes place in his kind of his morning routine,
Okay.
and it's called 7 Days, and it's to do with like this undisclosed medicine that this man takes, and it gives him like hallucinations and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no, it's really interesting. Just finished writing the script for it.
Is it like a cyclical loop sort of thing?
Yeah, so it's
Groundhog Day.
if you think about Groundhog Day, it's
Oh, okay.
similar, but like it's not the exact same events that happen every day. It's a
Yeah.
slight change. You see a deterioration, is what the
Okay.
word I'd use. I don't want to spoil too much.
Is it like like Maddie said? Is it like a homage to like Groundhog Day, or is it like more of like a?
It
we've seen
takes aspects of Groundhog
Okay,
Day and
okay.
then I mix it.
You're adding to it.
Adding to it.
Mine's pretty different. Mine's like sort of screen slasher type thing.
On screen, so good.
Yeah, because we have to have the 8 separate minutes, and so we were thinking like, well, if we want to use flatmates because it's easier to record like
Yeah,
during COVID, and so we're gonna have 8 different characters, and we're like interweaving them as a friend group, and then one of them's a killer, and it's all about finding out who. But I didn't even watch it. There's this movie that came out a few years ago called Unfriended.
Oh,
Have
yeah,
you watched
yeah, yeah.
One Must Call?
No, what's that?
That's about a phone call that this person gets, and it's like a certain ringtone. You have to
Well,
watch it.
I need to watch that. Ours is with Deadline.
It's so good.
And so
honestly.
like when the line dies, maybe
watch
they
it,
do
watch
too.
it, watch it.
Yeah.
One Must
Oh,
Call.
okay.
It's a good
Yeah.
film. Yeah.
I'll give that a watch, definitely.
No, because I think one of the other groups, I think like one of the sub, I can't remember what group it is now, but they're doing like an unfriended sort of thing,
Oh,
and they
really?
realise that there's so much in that story to like go off. You're not
Oh,
going.
8
so yeah,
minutes.
it's hard. It's 7 minutes, isn't
Yeah.
it?
It's nuts.
I finished the script the other day and we sort of did a read through with everyone to check that it all made sense, and it did, thankfully. But yeah, I was just thinking the amount of content we're trying to pack in, it's like, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but like
Yeah, no.
so many people have to like tell their story, and 8 minutes is so quick.
Yeah, we had another idea initially, but we wanted to go down that Quentin Tarantino route and
Yeah.
have like the different storylines that all link. But doing that in 7 minutes is
It's impossible.
It's
isn't it?
impossible.
It's the same with like independent projects. Like at the
Yeah.
start of the year, like that minute to do your key.
Oh, I was
Oh,
I was
see.
like, how do I do this? And yeah,
I think that those turned out pretty well. To be fair, though,
They were
Like,
good,
They were
yeah.
pretty decent. I just, like I say, it's the equipment. Like obviously we're lucky. We've got all of this sort of camera
Yeah.
stuff here, but being able to go into the uni, book stuff out, and take it out with you is completely different.
Oh, yeah.
So-
Yeah,
100%,
the
yeah.
kit desk is huge.
I can't wait till third year to use the Ariel Alexa.
Do we even get to you?
I remember. So when I did one of the camera shots, I remember Alan mentioning it. In the
Oh,
camera shot,
okay.
yeah.
Because I know that like it changes each year because you become more qualified and you can
Yeah.
use different
Yeah.
equipment. It's like some of the when you went in for the camera workshops, I was like, although I'd love to go in for the camera workshop, it's like I'm going to be doing the stuff that I'm only allowed to do for this year. There's literally only got like 5 weeks left.
That's true. I can do it because I wasn't even here. I was at home.
Yeah,
so that's great. It's
I got so
different.
much to do. Like,
Yeah.
It was, yeah, no, but we've just got the negotiate project to finish now.
Yeah, you guys have done your essays, haven't you?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah,
we've,
video
we've,
essays
we've
got-
done the video essays.
Yeah, you did yours on Canon.
Canon adaptation, yeah.
In
Superman.
Superman, yeah.
You-
Nice.
you was left
Mine
part?
was I applied concepts of representation, simulacra to life.
Oh wow.
I remember when you first told me about that, I was like, flipping it, this is going to be so hard to do.
You've seen it though.
Yeah, it's
I pulled
decent,
it off.
yeah,
didn't I?
Yeah, I love the green screen book.
Oh, cheers.
That's sick.
Should have done it for each episode, James, you know, get it
Yeah,
going.
no, each chapter, I was like, no, I like how it turned out, so it's good.
I mean, it's that difficult thing now of like, we've done most of the work,
Yeah.
what do we do for the rest of summer? Because there's
so
not a lot.
And that's what we started.
Yeah, that brings us here.
Yeah,
It's insane. We finished June 1st, right?
Yeah,
His first is last deadline.
yeah, supposedly, but then it's like,
If you're done,
you're going to get the work in earlier than that, fingers crossed. you've got to edit it. Well, like filming for us is next week.
Yeah,
Edit it, sign off all the paperwork. It can be in by the 24th, give or take. And then it's just, like you say, what you're going to do over summer. Because our tenancy here, mine lasts till about July time, but I'm not staying till July. I'm leaving earlier because I've got to go home and work. I've got to pay for everything.
Yes.
Sort of thing.
Yeah, I know. I've got mine till September, but mine's just a bit.
My rent starts in July for my second year house.
In July.
Yeah, so
mine's the end of August.
it's ridiculous. It's because it's a 12-month contract.
Okay.
It's not technically a student one.
Yeah.
It's the only one we could get for a three bed. Yeah, so that's kind of crazy. But I won't be here. I'll be working at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when are you actually going to be back then? At the start
I
of
don't
September time? Or?
I don't even know. I've got to figure that out. But because normally people would be working on the weekends and stuff during uni, but with COVID and all the jobs, it's so hard to get one.
Yeah, no, I've
summer.
applied to a few places. I'm still looking. I'm still applying.
Yeah, I got decline.
It's for me, I'm quite lucky.
Yeah.
Because I can go home and work. That's the
Me
big,
too.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
That's what I'm trying. I try and get a job.
Yeah.
It's like, do I want to work here though? Because I know when I go home over Easter or over summer, if I work for months and months and months, I'll get a load of money.
Yeah.
And then I come back and I'm like, I could kind of live off of that a
Relax
little
a
bit,
bit,
sort
yeah.
of thing. But then it is sometimes you just get what do I do with my free time? So boring sometimes.
Yeah. Podcast.
Yeah.
Trying to fill up all. Well, we got the ambassador things.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but that's not a lot of work. That's certain
What is that?
patterns.
I don't even know.
So you basically.
Have you filled out all the stuff on the internet?
Yeah, I filled out my profile.
Have you done the training?
I haven't done the training. No, I haven't said that.
No, I didn't do the training.
I'm waiting for my P45 because I have to get my P45 from my old job to send to them.
So it's an actual contracted job?
Yeah, so it's like you can do maximum 15 hours a week
Yeah.
during uni term
During
time. And you have to put in a schedule of when you're available and stuff.
Yeah,
Right, so
I'm
what are you
doing
doing?
that.
So it's basically just you chat to new students, you do the open days, stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
It depends on the role you're doing, I think, doesn't it?
Ours is the same.
I thought you do media.
No. Well, your email said the exact same thing. Mine did.
Oh, okay.
So we just do the same thing.
Nice.
But so they have two parts. There's the normal student ambassador that looks after open days and makes people happy and glowing to come to university sort of thing.
Right.
And then there's the other people that do all the marketing and communications and putting videos together for them.
Wait, so on their Instagram and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
completely.
sick.
Yeah.
But I think they mentioned somewhere as our contract starts on the 10th.
May the 10th.
Yeah, May the 10th, and then runs through till the end of August until we can go in and give them our paperwork in person sort of thing.
Okay.
But I mean, work is good, but you've also got to think about uni work and balancing that out.
And respite. You can't just do it all the time.
Yeah, no,
It takes its toll, especially if you're at uni.
100%,
The amount of work and it can really be hard on mental health.
Yeah, I think quite a lot of people this year have had burnout.
We've all been there this year at one point.
It is. I think it's part of it is.
I think mentally it's more than physically, but
Yeah.
because
getting out of bed though and just being able to go onto your Zoom lecture in your bed
it's brilliant.
is easy. That makes it so much better.
I thought it was brilliant at the start, but then it's
Yeah, no, but it does make. I did get to a point where sleeping was just matched up. My sleeping pattern.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you just sat at your desk or in your bed.
Yeah, I need to get out and do stuff. It's just.
But then it's what do you do? So for me, I'll get up at when I haven't got lectures. Get up at 11, eat, go to gym, go for a run, get back. I've got hours and hours of stuff to do. I've got no work to do because I've done all my uni work.
It's alright for some.
Exactly.
I've
What do
got
I put my time with?
Yeah, exactly, bro. Yeah, I know exactly. But it's kind of that's why I'm trying to do as much as I can when we have the free time, so that when you're busy back at uni, you don't have to. You've got that thing to fall back on from working.
Yeah. It's weird because it's always that balance, and I think every uni student has that.
Yeah.
It's when do I come to uni? When do I go home? When do I do this piece of work? When do I have free time, sort of thing?
And then any societies or clubs or.
Yeah, nobody else gets
That's
involved in any of
non-existent.
that.
I haven't heard anything about that really.
Yeah, I signed up for a few when I got here and nothing.
No, nothing at all. Like that.
No, but I think you have to find them on Facebook after you sign up and stuff, which I didn't. I'm part of the CU and I'm on the committee for that this year. Sort of like your ambassador thing, doing the social side. But other than that, no other social things have really been going on. I know a couple of girls are doing cheerleading, but the training's all over Zoom.
Yeah.
It's just
How do
crazy.
you do that over
I
Zoom?
know, imagine.
Well, everyone cheerleading in there, sitting in their room, just not actually.
You've got to make room in your.
I couldn't do that.
I don't know what you get up to with cheerleading in your room, James, but no, I mean, it is weird because I would have loved to do stuff like I wanted to do airsoft. That was the thing that
What's
I was.
that?
It's like think of like Nerf
It's like
guns.
BB guns.
It's like BB. Yeah.
On the lodge.
Wait,
Yeah,
there's a club for this.
Yeah, like you pay. I can't
Sign
remember
me
how much
up.
it
It's
is.
a bit like paintballing, but just not paintballs. It's like little.
Just
big-
It hurts more.
It hurts a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And it was like it's something like 20, 30 quid a year, and I was like, right, I'm so gassed, I'm gonna do that.
Splash the cash.
Exactly, like why not? And then I realised that it's not going to happen because of COVID, and that's the thing that's like a bit disheartening.
I know, I think
Yeah.
that's it. But then we kind of got used to the disheartening things, like everything's going to be okay by this point. No, we've been going,
No,
yeah.
they've had the
exactly.
lockdown.
And now I'm like at the point in which like I'm happy when it's over. I'm just not really paying attention. Do you know what I mean? It's just like
Yeah. I think it's pretty much of everyone else though, isn't it? It's like,
Bit numb.
yeah, you're a bit like, if it happens, it happens.
Yeah,
like,
June 21st, maybe not.
I mean, if it's June 23rd, I'm having a banging 19th birthday. Like, I never went to clubs. So when my
Oh, you've
birthday,
never been.
I've
I've
never
never been
been.
to a proper
Have
club.
you not?
No, I turned 18 in lockdown, 19 the other day.
You've missed. You've got an experience coming.
Oh, it's not my vibe.
What clubbing? You don't like going clubbing at all?
I've never been,
Oh,
but
okay,
I just
yeah.
can't see it, no.
Well, do you go to the pub though and drink at the pub or bars, whatever?
Well, I went out with the girls in our
Yeah,
class.
yeah.
I had a mocha,
What's a mocha?
a coffee and a hot chocolate.
Mixed
What?
together.
Oh, like not
You have to try it, man.
alcoholic drink or?
That's my favourite.
Out of Pims.
Oh, okay.
Love
okay.
with
I
Pims.
was gonna say a mocha isn't really pushing the boat out. Is it?
I know, I thought, why not?
I was gonna say no. I mean, I think this year as well, I haven't drank as much like I would expect to in a normal year because with the whole like
Freshness.
fresher thing, like getting on it. Like, that's,
I've drank. Obviously, I drank quite a bit, but like when clubs are open, everyone will be drinking more.
yeah, I think that is the one thing that I was like, I'm going to come to university. I'm going to get absolutely sloshed for like the first 3 weeks, not paying any attention to lectures, and then I realised like that's not how it is this year. Like I think the people that are developed from our course this year are very, very different.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like
Different focus.
we've had so much more time to work that everyone's learned a lot more. Just
Yeah.
because like everyone's still got all their free time, but on the same hand got loads of time to like work, and everyone's actually just wanted to work more because they've had more free time to do like when they've got nothing to do.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I mean, even if in that case, but like you know what I mean.
I mean, we're lucky where we are as well. To be fair, we've got a beach, we've got
Yeah, we
decent like facilities and stuff like that.
I've got mates in like Birmingham and they were saying there was literally nothing to do in the lockdowns.
Oh, that's
you,
crazy.
you don't want to just like go on a walk at night in Birmingham. Whereas here you can just walk to the beach for the sunset. Proper cute. But
I mean,
yeah,
like you
really
doing
nice.
as well, like go swimming in the early mornings. which
Sunrise,
I don't
5
understand.
5 a.m.
I'm in the group chat for that. I accidentally slept through my alarm before.
Did you set an alarm?
I did actually. Did
Did you?
I did. I promise you.
You went out with Brad, did you go out with Brad?
Yeah, we went
Yeah,
to
you went out
the
with Brad,
Brad.
yeah.
That was on my birthday. Craziest birthday morning I've ever had.
I just don't get it. What is the whole like thrill of it?
It's really
like,
good for your
It's
body.
fun.
It's probably really good for your circulation and
Yeah,
stuff. Cold
well,
water.
I can't swim, so I just
Well,
stopped
I
running.
You can't swim.
No.
So explain this to me like, a little bit, yeah. So
Yeah.
you go for a cold
I
water
physically
swim and you
cannot
can't swim.
I go in, you know, I tuck my shoulders, I'm like, ooh, cold. This was nice, and then I head out.
So it's more like a dip.
Oh yeah.
It's
But
just-
the people that swim, because it's dangerous, especially like in January
Yeah,
if you're in too
because
long.
you can get hypothermia with
Yeah,
alcohol.
yeah.
So like they go in, have a swim, Imi and Jimmy, great names.
Imi and Jimmy.
They went swimming for like a good 5-10 minutes. I was really impressed. Me, Rad and Jamie were just stood on the side like, yeah, good for you.
Do they wear wetsuits or they just go?
No. Yeah.
That's yeah. I'll be
In winter, I'd wear a wetsuit. I probably would.
I mean, I'd probably wear it even in January, February time. Like until it gets to summer, it's just
It's
ridiculous.
really
Yeah. It's getting hot soon, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean,
I hope so.
it's just
raining, right? Is it raining?
I can't even tell.
Cloudy.
It's really cloudy.
Yeah, that's the one thing is I want to have like a nice beach summer in Bournemouth.
Yes, when you got a
Oh,
blanket.
100%.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping so, but then like I say, I'm going home for work, so it's part of it is like, what do I do? But I've got like 3 weeks until I go home, so yeah.
You're going home in 3.
Wow, soon.
So no, I go back when we finish. So I go back on like the 26th of June or something like that, around that sort of time.
Okay.
But I'm going home next couple of weeks to see family and stuff.
Yeah.
Nice.
But even like that as a uni student, it's like I've got to get tested. I've got to make sure I get tested. Well, it depends if you want to go down that route. get tested, see your family,
Yeah, exactly.
be able to get home and like
It's
make sure
amazing.
they're all protected.
You shouldn't have to worry about these things, but you do.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, it's part of our way of
But
life.
hopefully soon we'll all get
Yeah.
the vaccine as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
they're doing a really good job at the moment, so you know.
They're like 30-year-olds now, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, they just did the 40s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
40s level age, and then like below that.
Yeah, I mean, I was chatting to my flatmates today. I was like, when I used to leave the house before, it was always like I would call it a 3-tap. Is you tap for your phone, you tap for your wallet, you tap for your keys. Now it's a 4-tap: phone, wallet, keys, mask.
Yeah.
And it's like
always-
so
I
different.
know. It's gonna be so. Like, I feel like when I'm not wearing a mask at a shop, especially,
It's going to feel so unnatural.
it's gonna be so
Weird.
unnatural. And I feel like I've had quite a few long chats with people about this. About what do you think it's going to be like when everything's normal? Or
Yeah.
what we call back to reality.
Yeah.
Normal, whatever you want to call it. Everyone's going to be. We feel like people are going to get feel a bit more, if you want to call safe and try and a bit more careful and
Yeah.
hygienic.
Yeah.
I know like most people are hygienic, but what I'm saying is like it's extra careful in that sense.
Yeah. I feel like public transport masks are still kind of.
Yeah, they're going to be worn for. I reckon for a couple of years, definitely on transport.
You reckon?
Yeah. I mean, it's just protecting people at the end of the day. I was even thinking
But if
of
you think about our country, we're fine.
yeah.
Well, we will
well,
be
I
fine.
mean,
But if you look at India, for example,
Oh yeah.
if you're
also-
travelling, that's why I think people wear masks internationally travelling on planes and stuff, just because of all the.
Yeah.
Because then everyone's not going to be at the same level for a couple of years.
Yeah, I think it's especially hard as well with all these other things opening up, like you said, with the shops opening up, like clothes shops and non-essential retail, even things like cinemas. Like, as a student that
Yeah.
study TV production,
Yeah.
I would love to go to cinema with
Yeah,
like a
same.
group of people,
Yeah.
but do I want to have that risk of going into a cinema with all these people that I don't know to
Yeah.
watch a film for 8-9 quid? Like, is it worth the
Yeah.
risk?
It's crazy. May 17th, I think, cinemas are open.
May 17th. Speaking of May 17th or May 19th, have you ever watched Love, Death, Robots?
No?
What's that got to do with that day?
Volume 2 comes out.
That's
It's an
new on
anthology
Netflix,
series.
isn't it?
Brilliant, honestly.
Okay.
Once you watch it, it's like each episode's 10 to 15 minutes long,
Yeah.
and it's animated in a different way. And they're kind of little small pocket stories. Brilliant. Much watch.
Oh, okay.
Much watch.
No, because I think that's what we've seen at Horizon at the minute. Is with all these cinemas not opening. I mean, we've seen what's happening with Black Widow with like Disney Plus.
No.
So when it comes out in the cinema, Black Widow's getting released in the cinema. I want to say it's July time. I think I
July.
can't remember when it is. But they're releasing it on Disney Plus for an extra pay. Like,
Right, they did that with Milan.
Yeah, so you pay like 20 quid extra and you get to watch it at home.
Oh, what?
It's crazy.
But like, well, I had this discussion with one of our lecturers.
That
it's like,
destroys the film. That destroys cinemas. The cinema industry.
it does, but then it's like they're trying to make money for their film.
In
It's
this
really
climate.
difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can understand both sides of the argument there.
Yeah, I just don't think cinemas. Like, I think quite a few cinemas are going to shut.
All the independent ones, especially.
Oh, independents will. I'm not 100% sure. The big ones will.
Only
They're going to lose a lot.
They'll
Of money.
lose a lot of money, but they'll get funding from somewhere probably.
I mean, we'll see what happens if they
Yeah,
get.
to be fair, the film
get
industry, the film industry doesn't get good funding anyway, so what?
I mean, I'm generally quite happy where we are in terms of like stuff we're getting, like
Yeah.
Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime.
Oh, it's brilliant. Yeah, Netflix has caused this huge new wave. I did my essay
Yeah, I was gonna
last
say.
semester on it, the Netflix effect. But honestly, it's crazy how it's changing so much. How rapidly it's changing as well.
Yeah, I
And
mean,
how different it will be in another 10 years, we don't know.
yeah,
You know what I
we're
mean?
just lucky for what we've got at the end of the
Yeah.
day. And technology is always going to change and give us more and more things.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I remember you mentioned to me, what was it called, like Two Distant Strangers?
Oh,
That
brilliant.
short film that was on
That's
Netflix.
so, if you haven't watched it, must watch it. It got nominated for an Oscar. I don't know if it won any awards. I don't think it did.
I'm looked into it.
But no, must watch. It's brilliant.
So that's
It's a bit like
20 minutes
Groundhog
long.
Day.
And I'm like, I would love to see this sort of stuff, like all the time, like short,
yeah,
sort of
sure.
fire.
I want
Yeah.
to see stuff like that.
But I don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to have to see, aren't we? We'll see. Hopefully by September everything's back to normal, but
Yeah.
who knows?
Who knows?
I
I was thinking we should do like a number one TV show of the week that you've been watching, or like
Uh-huh.
a film or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you like to do that?
Okay, go on then.
Give me. Have you got one in your mind?
I'm not thinking. I mean, I've watched Line of Duty. Like, that's finished
Yeah.
up.
Controversial.
And yeah, I wasn't happy about the ending of that, to be fair. But it's the way it is. I'm sure we'll visit that at some further point once they announce what's going to happen. But yeah, what about you guys?
What have I been watching? I've been watching. I watched multiple things at the same time. But TV series, been watching The Circle.
Oh,
USA on Netflix.
Oh, That's
Really
like
like
social
it. It's
media.
like it's a social media experiment almost.
Okay.
But the winner gets $100,000. Very interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously, very interesting to see people's like instincts and stuff, and it's very interesting. But obviously, I've then about a couple of weeks ago finished watching the Queen's Gambit.
Right.
Yeah.
Obviously, 10 out of 10.
Everyone's
Up
done
there with Stranger Things in my opinion,
Yeah.
and obviously Peaky Blinders, things like that. All
that.
up
Means a
there
lot
with
coming from you.
those top TV series.
I just need to sit down and watch it really at the end of the day. That's the thing. What about you, Matt?
Well, I'm a bit of a creature of habit. I've been rewatching like old shows.
Oh,
Yeah,
Office.
It's like comfort for me. But yeah, so I've been rewatching Office and Modern Family. I really enjoy that.
Oh, yeah. I've watched this TV series called Disjointed.
What's
It's
that?
an American one.
I think, is that on Netflix? I've been recommended it.
Yeah, it's very good.
Right.
Yeah, must watch.
But I've been with my boyfriend, I've been watching Avatar.
Avatar.
Oh,
the new
okay.
one's coming out this
The new one's
Christmas.
coming out, yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Last Airbender.
Oh, last
I was like,
wait, the anime or the real life?
the anime one, yeah.
Anime.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's good.
The film was
Wait, they're
terrible.
The
bringing out
film was
Avatar.
awful. Yeah, this Christmas, and then they've got the third one coming out Christmas after.
I mean,
I
let's
didn't-
say that.
No, that's
They say
that is
Will
a
it
twice
happen?
turnaround.
Probably because of COVID, no.
Well, first
Yeah.
one was years ago.
2008?
Yeah, so
Wow.
they
It was
took them 10 years
incredible.
to get the money to fully make the first one,
Yeah.
and now it took them another 10 years to make the second and third one
Yeah.
together.
Well,
We're just happy with what we got. But I think that is enough we've got time for today.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
We're hitting that like
Yeah.
mark really. So thank you very much for tuning in and listening. We'll hope to see you sometime soon if we ever get around to making another one.
Yeah, hopefully.
So yeah, thank
That'll
you
be
very
good.
much. We will see you sometime soon.
See you there.
thank you.